Good morning, class. This week in reading, we are going to talk about problem and solution when reading texts. Okay? So the problem in a story is going to be the conflict. The problem is what is wrong in the story. The solution is how was the problem solved or fixed. So let's read this quick poem called Problem Solved by Annette Gulati. I'm tired of my sister chasing me around, following me everywhere, up the stairs and down. She'll have to look much harder to track me down today, 'cause I just solved my problem, a secret hideaway. Okay, first let's use a highlighter to identify what was the problem. The problem was her sister kept chasing her around. She said, I'm tired of my sister chasing me around. So that is the problem. And what was the solution that she came up with to solve her problem? A secret hideaway. And it even says here, because just solved my problem. A secret hideaway. Okay, so here we have a problem and a solution. Okay, I'm tired of my sister chasing me around. How did she solve it? She created a secret hideaway. Okay, as a reminder, a problem is the difficulty or challenge that a character in a story faces. The solution is the way in which a character solves his or her problem. So we're going to read the stories and then we're going to write the problem and solution for each of the stories. Okay. Three friends are at a picnic with their pet dogs on a hot day. Josie brought a big bottle of water and a bowl to give water to her dog. Kim and Rosie didn't bring any water for their dogs. Josie has an idea. She shares the bottle of water among the three dogs. Now they all have some water when they are thirsty. All right, so what is the problem in this story? What is the problem? It's not that it's a hot day. Josie expected that. She brought a big bottle of water and a bowl to give to her dog. The problem is that Kim and Rosie didn't bring any water for their dogs. So that's the problem in the story. Kim and Rosie didn't bring any water for their dogs. So there's your problem. Okay, I'm just going to highlight this yellow to remind you that's problem. And let's find our solution. How is this problem solved? Kim and Rosie didn't bring any water for their dogs. Well, Josie shares the bottle of water among the three dogs. That's how they solved the problem, and everyone had water then. So your problem in your story was that Kim and Rosie didn't bring any water for their dogs, and the solution is that Josie shares the bottle of water among the three dogs. Let's try another one. There are 12 students and their pet dogs who want to enter the school dog contest. Mr. Danforth wants no more than 4 dogs in the contest. He would like everyone to have a chance to take part and compete. Finally, he decides to create 3 different groups for competition. One for small dogs, one for medium-sized dogs, and one for large dogs. Now everyone can take part. Okay. There's 12 students and their pet dogs that want to enter this contest, but Mr. Danforth wants no more than 4 dogs. But then it says he would like everyone to have a chance to take part and compete. Okay, so it sounds like the issue is that there's 12 students and only 4 spots in the contest, right? So his problem is that he wants everyone to have a chance to take part and compete because right now they don't. Okay, so right now the problem is, trying to get my pen cap off. All right. So right now the problem is 12 students want to compete, but there is only room for 4. All right, so that's the problem. Okay, so how does Mr. Danforth solve this problem? Well, he decides to create 3 different groups for the competition. So one for small dogs, one for medium-sized dogs, and one for large dogs. But let's think about it because we're learning multiplication in math. So if there's only 4 dogs in each of these groups, 4, 4, 4, so there's 3 groups of 4. My third graders should know that 3 groups of 4 equals 12 because we're doing threes now. And 12 is how many students there are that want to compete. So that solves the problem. So the solution was that he created 3 different groups for competition. And now everybody can compete. Okay? All right, let's do another one. Okay. Like someone in real life, a character in a story may have a difficulty or problem. What the character does to solve the difficulty or problem is called the solution. Kim rescued a dog that was very sad. She wanted to make the dog happy, so she named her Joy. She bought toys for Joy, but Joy would not play. She gave Joy treats, but Joy would not eat. When she came home, she would say, "Come, Joy, how about a hug?" She talked to her on their daily walks. She hugged her every day and rubbed noses with her. It took a while, but soon Joy was wagging her tail all the time. Joy was happy. What problem does Kim have? Okay, notice there's 2 questions here, so let's answer the first one. What problem does Kim have? Well, Kim rescued a dog that is very sad. So, she rescued a dog that was very sad. Okay. Now we need to answer the second part. What does she want to do? Well, she wanted to make the dog happy. She wants to make the dog happy. Notice I'm answering both questions and writing incomplete sentences. Okay. What steps does Kim take to solve her problem? Now, in this story, the main character took multiple steps to solve her problem, right? So she named her Joy. She bought toys. She gave Joy treats. She would greet her when she came home. She talked to her on walks. They did daily walks. She hugged her. She rubbed noses with her. And all of those things are steps that she took to solve her problem. These are all the things she did to try and solve her problem that her dog was very sad. She named her Joy, she bought toys, gave Joy treats, she would greet her when she got home, talk to her on daily walks, hugged her, and rub noses with her. Okay? So she did all of those things to try to solve her problem. So why do you think Joy becomes happy? Well, it says in our story that it took her a while, but soon Joy was wagging her tail all the time. So that's my clue that she's happy. We know that dogs wag their tails when they're happy. Try to move this up so you can see it. She began wagging her tail all the time. Okay, she began wagging her tail all the time. Now, what kind of person do you think Kim is? Well, I think Kim is a very caring, loving person. Okay, she wanted to do right by this dog and help this dog. And she did many, many things to help this dog. Start thinking about problem and solution every time you read a book or a passage. Think about what is the character's problem, and then think about how does the character try to solve their problem. Also, think about this in your daily life. When you have a problem, I want you to recognize it as, ooh, I'm the main character, this is my problem, and then figure out your steps to solve your problem. Have fun learning.